Hello everybody, Ranks45 here. Today we're going to be racing in Assetto Corsa Competizione in a random server. I picked one server that I thought would be a fair competition. Little that I knew I was going to brawl with the other cars. This race will take place on the Nürburgring. For those of you who don't know, it's in Germany. Well, we'll be driving this gorgeous Porsche 911 GT3 R that you see on the screen right now, tuned to perfection. This will be the most aggressive I've driven so far. It should be an interesting watch for you viewers, so let's get to it. Welcome to another Sunday random race, and today Nürburgring seems to be the track of choice since we haven't been on this track before, but this is no doubt undoubtedly one of those perfect, very good tracks to race on. And as we kick off, you see already cars like bumping onto each other, trying to establish a safe position. And before that happens, there seems to be a lot of contact over here, and there is one car that goes to the right on the left-hander. And as we turn to the left on the second turn of Nürburgring, everybody seems to be getting in line and finding their places, and the battle starts. And another car goes to the left on the right-hander. For some reason, driving very aggressively today. Probably because I changed the livery on the car. And as you know, livery makes all the differences. The car feels comfortable. And now the competition is intensifying. As you can see, this BMW in front of me makes the first mistake, and then I pass him cleanly. And on the next turn, I seem to be the one to go to the right instead of the left, and I go a bit wide and letting the BMW taking its former spot. And not for long, as I pass him, another Porsche comes on the right side of me, bumping into the space in front of me. And on the last chicane, as it turns out, he looks like he's the one who lost control, giving the position back to me, and I happily take it. The last right turn of the track, we're going to make the first lap, and me being in the 7th position, getting determined to be in the pole position, which is from 1st to 3rd position. That's our aim for this race. Hopefully we make it. And as we approach the BMW in front of us, he seems to be going very slowly, so it shouldn't be that hard to overtake him. So as we get to the left-hander here, the BMW in front of me seems to be making a mistake, which we're determined to capitalize on that mistake. But unfortunately, he seems to be pulling away as he was the last couple of seconds. And over here, coming up to the last right-hander, the last turn of the lap, he makes a mistake. So at this point, we overtake the BMW, getting the 6th position and going to the 3rd lap. In the rear view mirror, the BMW seems to be catching up very quickly and overtake, as this right-hander, the first right-hander of the track, seems to be very sharp. He seemed to be doing it very well. Me trying to catch up with him to overtake him again, taking my position back, but he's doing very well. But so far he's doing a good job of making these turns very smoothly. Even though I may look like I have the momentum, he is doing a very good job of keeping the gap constant. And taking this long right-hander, he makes it look so easy. Coming up to the chicane in front of us, he seemed to be doing a good job, but there he makes a little bit of mistake. Me having the momentum, overtaking him again. And so it seemed like for a moment there, me now taking the inside, him being in the outside, and now I'm from the outside, being very aggressive, took his position, and in the rear view mirror, they're being a bit aggressive, trying to bump draft me, which didn't work for him. But for me, it gave me the boost that I needed. And then at this point, a desperate attempt to be in front of him took that shortcut. The last right-hander of the lap made it very well. Still on the 6th position, going into lap 4. BMW, as you can see, is still on my tail here. BMW closing the gap as we make the first right turn of lap 4. Not far off, I see Ferrari, which is in the 5th position, and the 4th position car in front of him as well. So as we make this turn, I realized there are 2 cars, me and the BMW, as one group, and 2 cars in front of us as another, and me and the BMW trying to catch up to the group in front of us. So a better view from this angle of camera, you can see 2 cars in front of us and me and the BMW as one group right behind them, catching up. It seems like their speed is not as fast as us, so it looks like we're catching up to the cars, the group I should say, in front of us. There's a Ferrari and Aston Martin. Apparently the Ferrari that was in front of me had overtaken the position of the Aston Martin, and as you can see, the Aston Martin is falling behind the Ferrari. And as we get into the 5th lap, we're still in the 6th position. If you're wondering why I'm calling the laps of the number that are not matching the laps that are implying on the screen, it's because as you make one lap, it counts. So for now, like if it shows 4 laps, it means we've done 4 laps, and then we're on the 5th lap now. So that's how it's going. And as I was explaining our positioning, the BMW had overtaken me. That had resulted in me in getting into a panic mode, which made me go wide on the last chicane. And now I'm determined to catch up to the group in front of me. Will we succeed? And As we get to this turn right here, it seems like the Ferraris made a mistake, and BMW and Aston Martin had like passed him, and me being aggressive enough overtaking the car from the outside. And as we did this chicane, I'm still in the 6th position, trying to catch up to the Aston Martin, which is right in front of me. Will we get it? Yes, we did. So the 5th position is in hand right now, but the BMW has pulled away from all of us. It seemed like it's put on the pedal to the metal and just shot off. So looking at the BMW from a distance, I'm starting to question as to how I'm gonna catch up to him. And going into the 5th lap, I mean the 6th lap, we're still on the 6th position. Making the first right sharp turn of the lap here. We're doing a good job of keeping up with the BMW, and the race has been amazing so far. And as we make this chicane over here, I seem to be going a little bit of a drift action, and Aston Martin catching up with me. As you can see, the BMW has shot off, making the gap even wider between me and him. And Aston Martin making a bit of a mistake over there, which allowed me to get away from him as well. But over here on this really long right-hander, the BMW seemed to be quite far away. This went on until the 9th lap, where the Aston Martin comes jumping right in front of me in a desperate attempt to overtake, which he did. And now I take back my position, being a bit aggressive. I wasn't gonna let go of my old position with the 6th position, which I really liked, which I was holding for the last couple of laps. And here, as we get into like halfway into the lap, I noticed something. The BMW is not as far as it used to be anymore. It's getting quite very close, and it's getting slower by the second. And we all approach him effortlessly. I'm guessing he's either running out of fuel and taking it easy with the gas pedal, or he has damage. Either one could be a possibility, but for some reason he's driving very slow, which gave us the opportunity to overtake him without that much fight. And first it was me, and as you can see, the Aston Martin is approaching him and passed him on the last turn of the lap, taking the 4th position as we get into lap 10. Sorry, I mean lap 11. As we approach the first right-hander, the right tight hand, again the Aston Martin does the ultimate dive, which this time it didn't work for him. And as he's trying to be aggressive, I wasn't gonna give up my 6th position, I mean 4th. And the race pretty much went the same, and we take the 2nd position as we cross the finish line. I realized there's been a couple of cars that have disconnected because I was 4th and now 2nd, giving us the pole position as I hoped. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time.